Hey guys, it's Race Day 2011 here, and today I'll be doing a diecast review on Helio Castroneves' 2012 Shelby-powered Chevy for Penske Racing. Now before I begin, we do have a special guest with us today. It is none other than Diecast Reviews, alongside on FaceTime today.
Hello.
He says hi, and we'll be viewing this car with you guys today because we're both huge IndyCar fans, so we both figured that since I do tag reviews now, we get some IndyCar fans to do IndyCar diecast with us. Hooray! Okay, so this is a really cool car that I got from the IndyCar store, IndyCar shop, and I'll put a link in the description where the IndyCar store is. This is a really cool car overall, and I'll show you the box because this has a different style box than what Lionel does. Okay, we'll start off with the box. Go over here, you got Greenlight Collectibles. Limited edition diecast metal chassis, Eyes on IndyCar series, 3 Helio Castroneves. The background on this picture is, if you have to be pretty stupid not to not recognize this. This is Indianapolis, as you see with the pagoda, with the scoreboard and all the flags on it, with the grandstands, which makes it for a really cool trading card. Eyes on IndyCar series, Team Penske, Helio Castroneves with the car inside. Contains one diecast, one trading card. Ages 4 and up, 164. Flip it over to the back. Limited edition diecast metal chassis. Greenlight Collectibles. 3 Helio Castroneves, and she got his birthday information, residence, hometown, and got a little biography right here, which I'll read it out for you. Helio Castroneves became the first driver to win the Indianapolis 500 2 years in a row. 01 and 02, since Allen's won in 1970-1971, and only the 5th driver in Indianapolis 500 history to win in consecutive appearances. At the age of 27, Helio Castroneves became the youngest driver to win the race twice, and the only driver to win in his first 2 attempts. Well, that's a really cool accomplishment. He accomplished everything there is to accomplish in auto racing. Team Penske in the Eyes on IndyCar series. Eyes on IndyCar series. And I got some little details right here. Okay, got some stickers right here. It says official licensed product of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, officially licensed product of IndyCar. Now last year, if you noticed the Dan Weldon car, it had the IRL logo on it. That's a little outdated now, isn't that?
Really?
It actually had the IRL logo instead of the IndyCar logo. It had the IRL logo. It said Indy Racing League on it. It didn't even say IndyCar. It said IRL.
Too bad it's not the IRL anymore. I liked it more when it was.
Oh no, trust me, I like it better now than when it was the IRL.
Well, if you're from Indiana, it's kind of better when it's the Indy Racing League.
Oh no, I liked it better when it was the old. I want to go back to the old kart days. Trust me.
I like the old, like back when NASCARs all looked different.
Yeah, and you know, you got the Lara, Firestone, official licensed product, and you got, well, whatever the heck thing is. I keep forgetting what it's called, but what is that thing where you scan with your phone and you get the website on there? What is that called?
QR code.
What?
A QR code.
QR code. I'm not going to remember that, trust me. Barcode.
I make them for people sometimes.
IndyCar hologram. And that doesn't even work, by the way. Professor Balzac tried to make that work. It never worked. On there. Nice, you got an IndyCar hologram there. That's pretty cool. Ages 8 and plus, 164, contains one diecast car and one trading card. Now what sucks about this packaging is that you have to get like an X-Acto knife or a scissor to open this box up. So we're going to improvise a little today. We're going to do the best we can to review this car inside the box. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, so the main colors of this car, I'll put this a little closer to the car, are red, yellow, and white. And the paint scheme overall, it has a white top to it, and on the side plates you got a little red, you know, like, and got a little bit of white and a little strip of yellow there. With Shelby power, that is white. The front wing is red with a yellow stripe and a little red stripe there. The wing plates are red on there. Firestone tires are, of course, silver walled or white walled, whatever it is. The back wing and plates, the tire guards, they're red. The top of the wing is red with the little white, yellow stripes on it. And the sponsors of this car, Chevy Power, right on the side of the car, the side plates. Eyes on IndyCar Series. Well, the camera itself doesn't really focus that well, so I'm just going to put this down here, and I'll point to where the sponsors are. Chevy, Penzoil, Ultra, Verizon, which is right next to the fuel cell if you can't see that. Firestone, Snap-on, and are on the tire guards. What sucks about the tire guards on Diecast reviews is that you really can't see them on the 164s.
That's okay.
Yeah, we can live with that, really.
As long as they're there.
Yeah, and you know what? They make it really detailed, so I can't complain about that. And on the wing plates, you got Penzoil Ultra, SKF on the wing itself. On the front wing, you can't see it on camera, but I can tell you what the sponsors are. It is Dallara, Eyes on IndyCar Series, Bosch, and Penske Trunk Rental. 3, Shell Penzoil, and Chevy. And they got Castroneves' name right next to the cockpit, which that is really detailed in my opinion. If I had to give this car a rating, what would you give this car a rating, Diecast reviews?
Probably a 4 out of 5, mainly just because it kind of missed out on a couple of things that I liked. Like, they didn't have any mirrors, and there is no driver in the cockpit like there was with Hot Wheels, which is the one thing I like about it.
Okay, well, for me, I'll have to give this I'll give it 8 out of 10 because it's my first IndyCar diecast. I'm not an expert, so I'm really happy with overall how this car really went, despite the fact no mirrors and no driver on there, which I do my reviews ratings just based on the paint scheme and the quality of the car, which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I do like that paint scheme. It is pretty neat. The V-Power one has always been one of my favorites. Yeah,
I like the Shell V-Power, especially like Castroneves. That's a really popular driver. And one thing about the IndyCars this year is that the new chassis has the new end plates right over here, which makes more downforce onto the cars. It keeps the cars like on the ground a little bit during the turns, so they don't go flying loose and everything. And another thing about this car, it's got the tire guards on the back, which will prevent the horrible accident that took place back in October that killed Weldon. So this tire guard thing will keep the cars from flying through the air when they go right hit a car from behind. So that's a really cool feature on that car. And overall, would I recommend this car? I would recommend it. Would you?
Yeah, definitely.
I would recommend this car, especially for your first purchase. Helio Castroneves is a popular driver, popular choice. I really picked the 3 most popular drivers for the first batch I got, so I was very happy with that. I will start, if you guys want, I could purchase more Indy cars and I could start a whole collection. I could do some reviews on those cars too. But I think that Indy cars are worth buying. Like sometimes you'll bypass them. Sometimes you're like, oh, nah, I'm not a big IndyCar fan. But if you ever do get the chance, buy at least one IndyCar this year. I think it's worth the $8. What do we think, Diecast reviews? I think it's worth $8 purchasing that car.
Oh yeah, I have no problem paying $8 for a 164 Indy car.
I'm saying the $8 you pay for an Indy car, it's better than $7 for a NASCAR car.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty hard to get out of the packaging for that, but it is easier than the NASCAR packaging, in my opinion.
It is.
The NASCAR packaging, you can rip it up, no problem.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks. If they could fix the packaging, I would be a huge fan of these cars. But I'm also to say this review, so please comment, like, subscribe. Please buy an IndyCar diecast. It is worth the money. Not promoting an IndyCar, but I would recommend it because I bought it. I'm very satisfied with it. I will purchase more in the future. So if you get the chance, just buy at least one IndyCar this year. I would recommend it. And subscribe to Diecast Reviews. This is Race Day 2011, reminding you to join the fight to stop bullying. It gets better. Goodbye, everybody.